Leila. As some of you may have known, I just got my iPad mga 2 months ago, which I have extensively used para sa school and also for leisure. So for this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys what's on my iPad. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. First of all, my iPad is the iPad 8th generation with 32 gigabytes of storage. It's in the color rose gold, which I truly love kasi parang ang elegant niya lang tignan, ganon. I got the paper-like or matte screen protector to help me write more neatly because it controls my handwriting. I also got the Apple Pencil 1st generation because this is the one compatible for my iPad. Meron siyang cap na you can remove so that you can charge it by plugging it in your iPad. I got my case from Shopee. I linked the shop in the description box and it already has a spot for my iPad pencil. I can also fold the case in 2 ways for whichever I like. So this is what my lock screen looks like, and here's me recording this video. Now onto the home screen. You can see that I only have one page. All my apps are gathered here, which I find convenient so that I won't need to swipe through pages to find a particular app. For my settings, my notifications are turned off for most apps except for the ones na kailangan ko talaga because I don't want any distractions when I'm studying. For the display and brightness, I set the appearance to automatic so my iPad will automatically go dark mode after sunset, which would really benefit our eyes because less blue light radiation. Okay, so first, this is the miscellaneous folder. It's where I mostly put the apps I don't use much or apps that I don't know where to place them with. I rarely use voice memos because I usually record using my phone. I also have my Shopee and Lazada apps because I don't like having them on my phone since I usually have my phone with me, causing me to casually go window shopping. You know what I mean? Next is YouVersion Bible app. I rarely use this since I prefer reading from my physical Bible, but whenever I go out, this app comes in handy. Plus, it helps when I need to check another translation of the Bible. Now onto my socials folder. Of course, basing from the name itself, this is where my social media apps are and the apps I use for communication. Of course, I have my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter here, though I rarely use them here because I mainly use my iPad for school. Here's my Zoom app where I sometimes attend meetings pag tinatamad ako kunin laptop ko. Next is Discord where I call with my friends from school. It's where we usually catch up, go on study dates, and movie dates. Next is my Messenger app. Huwag niyo na tingnan, wala naman akong kausap. And last app for my socials folder, Gmail, where I check for email updates daily or annoying help desk announcements from my university. Now here's my favorite folder, Entertainment. First in this folder is of course YouTube. I love watching vlogs in between breaks because they're just short and I wouldn't really need to set aside much time for them. Let's go to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Only if you wanna. Kung ayaw nyo, edi wag. Next is YouTube Studio. This is where I usually check my analytics and edit some settings of my videos. Next naman is Pinterest. As you can see, I'm obsessed with Jennifer Aniston, and I made a Pinterest board just for her. I also have boards for medicine, casual, and date night outfits. Look, kala mo naman may ka-date. Next up is Sketchbook. This is where I usually edit my thumbnails. Before, I would use Photoshop, but I kinda like it here more now so I can sketch using my Apple Pencil. Next is Wattpad. I only read Univ series here, and I'm now currently on its 3rd book. I usually read 1 chapter before I head on to sleep. If you read Univ series, comment down below your favorite book. Next is Spotify, where I usually listen to music and podcasts. Then lastly, Netflix, of course. If not on my laptop, I watch Netflix here. I'm currently still watching Grey's Anatomy Season 8, though lately I really haven't had the time to watch. Now for my most used folder, of course, all my apps I use for school are here. First is Google Drive. This is where I organize all my school files, PDFs, Word documents, Google Docs, and Google Sheets for collaboration with other people. Because I'm using my educational email, I have unlimited storage for my drive. Next is Google Sheets, where I usually check and edit databases when I'm too lazy to get my laptop. If there's Google Sheets, then there's Google Docs. I have this with me on my iPad even though I don't edit or type on the document with my iPad, so that I would always have my files ready whenever I need to check them out. Next is Microsoft OneNote. Like Google Docs, I don't type on OneNote with my iPad during lectures, but I do highlight and study my notes on my iPad. I really love OneNote, and so far in my whole journey as a student, this has been the best note-taking app I've encountered. Next up is PDF Expert. This is where I organize my readings and ebooks for school. I really love the annotation and highlighting system here compared to other PDF reader apps. Lastly, I have GoodNotes 5, and guys, this is super life-changing. I have 2 folders, one for personal use and one for school. I sometimes use this app for note-taking when I'm masipag to write notes, though I prefer typing them instead because it's faster. I also use this for making flashcards so I can actively study for my quizzes. On the personal side, I use GoodNotes as a journal where I write down my daily thoughts and reflections. I also use this for other purposes such as songwriting because they say it's best to write everything down instead of typing when writing a song. Here on my dock, I have Notion. This is another life-changing app where I plan almost all areas of my life. If may makakaalam ng buong buhay ko, si Notion na yun, guys. This is where I do daily, monthly, and yearly plannings. I have workspaces allocated for school, for ministry, and for YouTube. This is where I brain dump my ideas for YouTube videos and also where I keep track of them. Last app that I have on my dock is Canvas Student, which is the online platform that my school uses for online learning. I have my subjects here and all its modules. Almost lahat talaga na ginagawa namin for school are centered in this app, so it's really efficient. So that's it for my podcast. I'm just kidding. So yeah, that's it for this What's on My iPad video. I hope you guys out there find this really useful. And if you do have video suggestions for me, please comment them down below. So yeah, that's it, and see you on my next one. Bye!